Old parchments whispered of forgotten battles. They told of a conflict shrouded in more than jungle humidity. It was a war where magic clashed with Muggle technology. Ancient enchantments battled against modern weaponry. The very fabric of reality was threatened. Yet this war remained absent from history books. Few knew the truth. Fewer still dared speak of it. The Ministry of Magic, along with global governments, agreed to bury the memories. They feared the consequences if the truth emerged. The world, they believed, wasn't ready to face such shadows. Rumors persisted, though. Whispers in the darkest corners of magical pubs. Hushed conversations between veterans nursing old wounds, both physical and emotional. They spoke of a place called Vietnam, where the jungle held secrets older than time. Secrets that even magic couldn't fully comprehend. These whispers hinted at a hidden chapter in wizarding history. A chapter filled with sacrifice, bravery, and the terrifying beauty of ancient magic unleashed. This is where our story begins, in the heart of the Vietnam War, where a young wizard named Harry Potter would soon learn that some secrets are best left buried. Harry Potter had never felt so out of place. Gone were the familiar stone walls of Hogwarts. Gone were the rolling hills of the Scottish countryside. In their place stood a towering wall of green, suffocatingly humid and buzzing with unseen life. The air hung heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and decaying vegetation. He was in Vietnam, 1971. How he got there, he couldn't quite remember. One minute he was practicing spells in the room of requirement. The next, he was sprawled on the jungle floor, the air thick with the scent of insect repellent and something else. Something ancient and powerful. Disoriented and afraid, he stumbled to his feet. His wand felt heavy in his hand, a poor comfort in this alien world. The jungle hummed around him, a symphony of buzzing insects and the rustle of unseen creatures. Through the dense foliage, he could hear the distant drone of an airplane, a jarring reminder of the war raging around him. Panic welled up inside him. He was alone, stripped of his friends, his world, his very reality. A Gryffindor, he reminded himself, never backs down from a challenge. But what was he supposed to do? Where was he supposed to go? As if in answer, a twig snapped in the distance, and a gruff voice cut through the jungle silence. "Who's out there? Show yourself!" The jungle was more than just a battlefield. It was a living, breathing entity, pulsating with an energy Harry had never encountered. It was magic, but not like the magic he knew. This was older, wilder, woven into the very fabric of the land. It thrummed beneath his feet, crackled in the air, whispered in the rustling leaves. He felt its presence everywhere, in the way vines snaked around trees with unnatural speed, in the glow of bioluminescent fungi that lit up the jungle floor with an eerie green light, in the eyes of the creatures that watched him from the shadows, their gazes filled with an intelligence that sent shivers down his spine. This ancient magic was both beautiful and terrifying. It held the potential for great power, but also great danger. It was a force to be respected, even feared. Harry could feel it tugging at the edges of his own magic, trying to draw it in, to change it. He wasn't the only one who felt it. The Muggle soldiers, fighting their way through the jungle, spoke of strange occurrences, unexplained animal behavior, whispers on the wind that sounded suspiciously like spoken words, shadows that moved with a life of their own. They dismissed it as jungle madness, but Harry knew better. This was something far older and more powerful than any of them could comprehend. Section 4, The Wizards of Recon 9. The gruff voice belonged to a man named Sergeant Miller. He was a hardened soldier, his face etched with the harsh realities of war. He was also a wizard, as Harry soon discovered. Miller was part of a secret unit, the Wizard Recon Unit 9, tasked with navigating the magical anomalies of the Vietnam War. The unit was a motley crew. There was Jackson, a Native American shaman whose ancestors had honed their magic in harmony with the land for generations. His knowledge of the jungle's secrets proved invaluable. There was Anya, a Russian witch who could conjure illusions so real they could fool even the most perceptive eye. Her skills were essential for masking their presence from the enemy. And then there was Marie, a French healer whose touch could mend wounds both physical and magical. Her gentle nature and unwavering compassion provided a beacon of hope in the heart of darkness. They welcomed Harry into their fold, albeit with a healthy dose of skepticism. They were wary of outsiders, especially those who stumbled into their world as unexpectedly as Harry had. He soon proved his worth, however. His Hogwarts training, while ill-suited for the unpredictable nature of jungle warfare, provided him with a solid foundation in combat magic. He learned to adapt his spells, to make them swifter, more instinctive. He learned to rely on his wits as much as his wand. He was, after all, a Gryffindor, and Gryffindors were nothing if not adaptable. Section 5. Jungle Phantasms. The jungle was alive with magical creatures, some benevolent, others deadly. Giant spiders spun webs of shimmering silk that could deflect bullets. Vicious grindylows lurked in the murky depths of rivers and streams, their razor-sharp claws capable of tearing through flesh and bone. Harry soon learned that the creatures of Vietnamese folklore were more than just myths. One night, they encountered a creature straight out of a nightmare. It was a Vietnamese dragon, its serpentine body covered in iridescent scales, its eyes burning with ancient power. It soared through the air, spewing fire and venomous smoke, its roar shaking the very earth. The soldiers panicked, their weapons useless against such a creature. But Harry, drawing on his experience battling the Hungarian horntail, stood his ground. He met the dragon's fiery breath with a jet of water from his wand, buying his comrades time to regroup. The battle raged throughout the night, a chaotic dance of fire, water, and ancient magic. In the end, it was Jackson, calling upon the spirits of the land, who managed to subdue the creature. The dragon, subdued but not defeated, disappeared into the jungle, a reminder of the raw power that lay dormant within this ancient land.